All right, first stop before we get going on this trip is to fill up on gas, and hopefully we don't break the bank too soon.
A few moments later.
So the final verdict is we paid just over $32 for almost 8 gallons of gas. Not a fan of it, but what are you gonna do?
We're gonna do.
And just like that, we were off. The total mileage from West Phoenix to the Excalibur Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, where I'll be staying, is 290 miles. And on a full tank of gas, my car has a range of around 350 miles, and with the stops I have planned along the way, we are going to be cutting it very close. Alright, we're just making our way into Wickenburg as of right now. I'm going to get out there and show you guys some drone views of the Hassayampa River. I don't think it's flowing, but it's still a cool sight to see. And one thing I wanted to share with you guys, if you're ever driving from Phoenix to Las Vegas, if you ever want to break your trip up so that way it doesn't seem like such a long, mind-numbing drive, do this. Instead of focusing on just driving to Las Vegas, focus on getting to Wickenburg first. It is a fairly short drive, and then once you get to Wickenburg, just focus on making it to Kingman. And then once you get to Kingman, focus on getting to Las Vegas. I do that every time I drive to Las Vegas just because, like I say, it kind of breaks it up and it just doesn't make it seem like such a mind-numbing drive. So just a little tip for the future. Shit, a cop. Okay, so this dry riverbed that you see behind me right here is also known as the Hassayampa River. I hope I pronounced that right. It's typically like this the entire year, and even during snowmelt season, I mean, there might have been like a little bit of a trickle, and even during monsoon season as well too, there might be, you know, a few pools and a little trickle going through the river, but the majority of the year, this is exactly what it looks like. Wickenburg is 1 hour northwest of Phoenix, Arizona, and it is full of history. It was established in 1863 and is the 5th oldest town in the state of Arizona. The town gets its name from one of the early prospectors named Henry Wickenburg. Originally from Germany, he discovered the Voltur mine, which is where over $30 million worth of gold was dug from the ground. Whew, goodness gracious, it is hotter than a heroin junkie spoon today. I think it's about 98 degrees as of right now, and it's almost noon. Actually, it's a little afternoon, so it's gonna be a pretty interesting day. Okay, Jesse, you told yourself, no pit stops for food. That means no McDonald's.
12 seconds later.
Can I get a double quarter pounder with cheese sandwich with a large fries and a large Diet Coke? Food time. Awesome. Thank you. You too. Holy Hannah, each bite is better than the previous bite. About 15 miles outside of Wickenburg sits a couple very old gas stations, and being that I'm an avid urban explorer, we had to make a stop. So a lot of you locals might recognize this place and that gas station sign right up there. You'll pass this if you're leaving Phoenix on your way to Kingman. And just off the side of highway, well, that's Highway 93 north, and then this is Highway 71. I do believe this one takes you all the way to Congress. Never been there before. Check out that old school gas station sign right there. Judging by the looks of that building, I'd say that probably dates back to at least the 60s or 70s. Oh, we got a sign here. What does it say? Investment opportunity, 5.2 acres of land with grandfather rights for a truck, stop, gas station, diner, and more. For information, Wendy McKenzie. There you go, a bunch of free advertising right here. Now there is another abandoned gas station on the other side of the highway here. I might go over there and take a couple pictures, but I won't go in because I've already explored that one many times. And if you guys want to check out that video, click the card in the upper right-hand corner or click the link in the description. Eventually, I took to the Googles to see if I could find any information on this gas station, and nothing came up other than a few blog posts of people stopping here to take a leak or change a flat tire. But if you guys have ever stopped here or have any info on the place, feel free to share with us in the comments section down below. So here's the other one that was across the highway that I was telling you guys about. Not a whole lot to this one. There is a basement down there too, but there's nothing really in there. Last time I was here though, kind of gave me the creeps because there was a sleeping bag down there. Just another old abandoned gas station along the side of the highway in the desert. Fun fact, well actually this isn't really a fun fact, but US Highway 93 going from Wickenburg to Las Vegas is said to be one of the most dangerous highways in the United States, with 70 fatal crashes from 2010 to 2016. And if you've ever taken this journey before, you know exactly why. I would say a big reason is because everyone's trying to not get stuck behind a semi, so everyone tries to race around them before the passing lane closes, resulting in semis having to slow down significantly to let people through or move over to the side. Just don't be dicks, people. Semis are just trying to get to their next destination too. Alright guys, here we have what's left of nothing Arizona. The building, the sign, and then the nothing sign right here. This is a pretty popular place for truckers to pull over, take a rest, catch a nap, get out and stretch. Every time I've been here and talked to them, they've always been super, super friendly and love to shoot the shit a little bit about where they're going, what they've seen. Truckers are pretty friendly people. Also, on the way to Las Vegas, if you're having a hard time getting a phone call, sending a text, or getting any service, this is the place to do it because, as you can see by the cell tower, they have service here. Now we're gonna go in real quick and check it out. I've been here plenty of times before, so if you do want to see the longer video, just click the card in the upper right-hand corner or click the link in the description. Welcome to Jurassic Nothing. I really hope there's no rattlesnakes in here. Where there's rodents, there is rattlesnakes. Wow, well, not much has changed since I was here last. Bathrooms were back here. They had like candy, sodas, snacks, a little bit of everything. There's actually a video you can find on YouTube. I'll see if I can find it and put that in the description. But there's a video where they kind of show what life was like here in the little rest stop town of Nothing, Arizona. The people that ran it were pretty unique people. Okay guys, so the next stop on our way to Las Vegas is the famous, not so famous, Burro Creek Bridge. It's one of my favorite places to stop in at just because it's a really remarkable area and the views there are pretty amazing. All right everybody, as you can see here, we have the Burro Creek Bridge. It's been here since 1966, so it's been here for quite a while. I'm gonna show you some views of the area in Burro Creek, and then I'm gonna get the drone up in the air and tell you a little bit about the bridge. Ooh, semi. Check that out. Really beautiful area. When I first moved to Arizona, one of my coworkers told me about this place. I think I came out here about 2-3 weeks in a row just to hike around the area, fly my drone, and just check it out. Beautiful day to be out here. As you can see, there is a little bit of water down there. Big pool of it right here. Burro Creek Bridge is located 15 miles south of Wickenburg, Arizona. The silver-colored bridge was built in 1966, and that brings traffic southbound. And the dark red bridge, which was built in 2005, brings traffic northbound. The bridge has a height of 388 feet and a span of 680 feet. There's also a campground about a half a mile down the creek. It's a pretty basic campground that does have public restrooms, and if you're not camping there, it just makes for a great place to hike along the creek all the way to the bridge. Just watch out for them rattlesnakes. Okay, so a quick gas update. We finally made it to the little hole-in-the-wall rinky-dink town known as Wickenburg, Arizona. And so far, after we left West Phoenix to here, we've used about a little over of a quarter tank of gas. That's actually not too bad. Now we do have a whole lot of road left ahead of us, but that's actually not bad considering I've been running my AC on the lowest option possible, and I took a lot of junk out of my car this morning just to kind of help out with fuel efficiency. But we are gonna make a couple stops in Kingman, which is about a half hour, 45 minutes up the road. Probably gonna stop in at Lake Mead and take a quick pic, and then hopefully make it to the Las Vegas Strip. And when I say Las Vegas Strip, I plan on staying at the Excalibur tonight, so hopefully we can make it there, because I really don't want to put in any more gas. So another one of my favorite places to stop on the way to Las Vegas is here at the abandoned luxury homes of Kingman, Arizona. These houses that you see right here were once the start of a huge community, but unfortunately things did not go as planned. Now I did make a video out here a while ago where I go more in depth on the history, and I'll put the link in the description so you guys can check it out later. My imagination always wanders when I drive past these homes, just thinking about how things would have looked out here had plans gone accordingly. But for now, it remains the site of a promising future that never happened.
Much later.
All right, so we just took the exit. We got off of Interstate 40 heading west to Vegas, and we took Highway 93 going north again. And this is an area that I always like to pull over and take pictures and fly my drone. One, because you get a really good shot of the Wallapai Mountains right behind me. And two, you get a really good shot of how congested the traffic can be when you're coming off of US Highway 93 south going to Interstate 40 east. And if you guys are from the area, you know exactly what I mean. I've seen a lot of interesting things on my way to Las Vegas and on my way to Phoenix. But this has to top all of them. I think I was in Vegas maybe 2-3 weeks ago, and when I stopped here, I did not see this. This looks like the type of car that you boost in Grand Theft Auto when you have like 4 stars and you're trying to flee the police. Looks like someone tried to change a flat. Wouldn't surprise me that it's been fully cleaned out. There's a lot of homeless people in the area. Did I have a CD player? Oh, no CD player. Mercedes E320. It really wouldn't surprise me if someone did steal this and then eventually it just broke down and they said screw it and just left it right here.
Much later.
Some of you probably would never know it, some of you probably do, but right here we stand at the old location of Santa Claus, Arizona. Nowadays you would never know it was there, but Santa Claus, Arizona was a year-round Christmas tourist attraction. It originates back to the 1930s, and one of its main attractions was that kids could visit Santa every day of the year. Santa Claus had a post office, restaurant, train ride, and gift shops. And to make a long story short, over the years, business died down. No one was buying land in the area, and as of early 2022, all remaining buildings were torn down. As you can see, we got the Santa Claus for sale sign right here. I remember driving by this thing shortly after they put it up. I never took any pictures or videos, but I really wish I would have. And then behind it here, it's just been completely leveled. You can't even tell there was ever a few buildings here. Someone even told me that they just dug a huge hole in the ground and buried everything. So technically, if that's true, could still be underneath there, but I'm not gonna go digging for it anytime soon. All right, and the final verdict is little less than half a tank of gas left. I think we should be okay. Now I say that a little hesitantly for one of three reasons. One, we still have a good chunk of road left. Two, I am gonna make one more stop at Lake Mead just to check it out. And three, we don't know what the traffic is gonna look like on the way into Las Vegas. Sometimes it's smooth and sometimes it's horseshit. So I am gonna be optimistic, but I'm also gonna be realistic. Sometimes it's, pretty light and you can make it into the city pretty quick. Other times traffic is backed up for miles, so you never know. Okay, emergency stop. Ah, dang it. Whew. All right, I really didn't want to make another stop, being that we're so close and we're just about to enter Lake Mead National Recreation Area. But hey, when nature calls, nature calls. Unfortunately, I don't have any Purell, but then again, I've had worse. I once shared a beer with a homeless person in downtown Las Vegas. Hey, check out the windmills. All right, everybody, as you can clearly see, we finally made it to Lake Mead, and this is the last pit stop before we arrive in Las Vegas. Now, I did run the numbers just now. So according to Google Maps, there's about 29 miles until we get to the Excalibur Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. And the gas gauge in my car tells me I have about 79 miles left before I hit empty. And full disclosure, that gas gauge isn't always as accurate as you think it might be, because for one, it doesn't take into account of like wind, going uphill, going downhill, accelerating, decelerating traffic and things like that. And on that note, we don't know what traffic is going to look like on the way into Las Vegas. So we might make it just fine, and we might run out of gas. Okay, everybody, quick update. I got to keep my camera kind of low because I don't want the other drivers to see me filming, just in case I get into an accident. I'm not going to win that claim. However, I can physically see the Las Vegas skyline from where I'm at, and while I'm optimistic that we're gonna make it, traffic has significantly slowed down ever since we got on 215 West. And we're still on double digits when it comes to gas, but I don't know. It's either gonna be really, really close, or I'm gonna run out of gas on the highway. And I don't really wanna pull over and, go get gas at a gas station, because then that just ruins the fun of the video. But at this point, I don't know. All right, everybody, obviously we made it to Las Vegas, otherwise I wouldn't be where I am right now. But don't click off this video just yet, because I'm gonna go over the final numbers with you. So the final numbers are, we left Phoenix, Arizona this morning at 11 a.m., and I arrived in the Excalibur Hotel and Casino parking garage at 7:15 p.m. Now obviously it took us a lot longer than usual because we made all those stops on the way here. And the final reading on my gas gauge said that I had 34 miles left until I was on empty. And that's pretty impressive considering we did make all those stops on the way here. So I leave you with this. Is it possible to leave West Phoenix and drive all the way to Las Vegas, Nevada on one tank of gas in a 2017 Hyundai Accent? Well, the answer is yes. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.